Hello students, today we will discuss IB Math Analysis and Approaches, Higher Level Paper 2, May 2021, Time Zone 1. You can and sometimes should use calculator approved by IB Examination Board. My name is Nariman Merlim. I'm located in Baku. Here you see my mobile and email. This is the cover page. Paper 2 exam took place on 7th of May 2021 and lasted 2 hours. Section A. The following table shows the data collected from an experiment, so we have x's and y's. The data is also represented on the following scatter diagram. The relationship between x and y can be modeled by a regression line of y on x with equation y equals a. Write down the value of a and the value of b. So first we create lists. I'll show you how to do it. So just a moment. Right, so first let us go to home screen. Home screen second quit. Home screen. Every time if you want to change regime of work, you can press second quit, sometimes several times, or switch off and switch on your calculator. So what we're doing, we press, let me make it bigger. Right, so we press start, choose edit, and here we see list 1 and list 2. So list 1 will be x's, list 2 will be y's. So you let me show how to insert data. For example, I want to insert data here. 8, enter, 9, and or down, or enter 12. Okay, to clear up, you can use, if your list is very long, you go to the title, press clear, and then enter, and all your list will be cleaned. But now your task will be to fill L1 and L2 as X and Y. I did it, as you see, and even you can see how they label elements of the list. List 2 bracket 1. So bracket. Okay. Fill in information, and then we should we should use regression line. Let's do it. For this we use second distribution, and we sorry. Again we use start. This time start, we go to calculate, and what we need, line 4, linear regression, line 4. X list should be L1, Y list should be L2. Frequency list you don't need now, so you can calculate. After calculation you will get, so everything is shown printed here. After calculations, calculator says that A is 0.433, B is 450 to 3 significant figures. This is our answer to question. But we have more questions. Use the model to predict the value of y when x equals 18. So we have formula. We know A, we know B, we substitute instead of x 18, and we get the answer to 3 significant figures. It is 12.3. Write down the value of x, average x and average y. So method 1 is very easy. You just sum up all values and divide by number of elements. Another method is using statistics. You can try it, but now it's not necessary. Draw the line of the best fit on the scatter diagram. So we return to our scatter diagram, and so best fit line is here is red. So I draw this line through mid values of x and y. This is the rule. Then if you have transparent ruler, I turn this ruler around until position when some points are up, some points are down, and very close to my line. So this is called best fit straight line. Draw the line of best fit on the scatter diagram. We did. Question 2. Question 2. A company produces bags of sugar whose masses in grams can be modeled by a normal distribution with mean 1000 and standard deviation 3.5. A bag of sugar is rejected for sale if its mass is less than 995. Find the probability that the bag selected at random is rejected. So we are going to use distributions, normal distributions. This is why we use calculator. So normal distribution is second distribution. We need normal cumulative distribution. Something was wrong. Normal cumulative distribution, right? Why it is still in regression? I don't understand. Normal distribution. No, it's okay. Yeah. So we have probability from very low value to upper level. Upper level, they put 995 gram. 999. Oops. No. Oops. 995 grams. Middle value is 1000. And standard deviation is 3.5. Again, the same story. Don't understand why. I paused my recording because calculator was showing some different. I clean all information, and now I can show you how to do it. So second distribution, we need normal. We need normal cumulative distribution function. It shows lowest value, the upper limit, middle value, standard deviation 3.5. And here we have result 00766. Okay, 00766. Next question. Estimate the number of bags which will be rejected from a random sample of 100 bags. So 100 bags we multiply by probability, and we see that 8 bags will be rejected. C. Given a bag is not rejected, find the probability that it has mass greater than 1005 grams. So here we have conditional probability. Probability A is that is greater than 1005 grams. So this is the formula for conditional probability. We need probability, intersection of probability of not being rejected. This is condition, and not being rejected will be 1 minus our previous result. So probability of not being rejected is this one. And in the formula we have also intersection of probability of being rejected and being more than 1005. Because the graph is symmetrical, this part, right part, is equal to the left part. This is why I don't calculate this probability, I just use my previous result. So intersection of A and B is numerically equal to our previous probability. So we divide intersection by probability of event B, and we get this value. Question 3. A Ferris wheel with diameter 110 meters rotates at constant speed. The lower point of the wheel is 10 meters above the ground, as shown on the following diagram. P is a point on the wheel. The wheel starts moving with P at the lowest position and completes one revolution in 20 minutes. So this is cyclic motion. Oops, something happened. This is cyclic motion. So we have actually, let's assume that it is cosine function, because it is one of possibility. When time is 0, amplitude plus 10 give us C. So we know C. Amplitude is always found from maximum minus minimum divided by 2. Maximum is 100. Just a moment. Maximum is 120. I found a mistake. 120. Minimum is 10. and 130. 130. Where's the calculator? Give us 65, not 55, 65. So C is 65 also. Let me decide. Maximum here 120. Actually, it should be 55. Maximum 120, minimum 10. Maximum 120, 20 minus. Formula is correct, but equals 55. So amplitude is always maximum minus minimum divided by 2. So we get 55. C we found it is 62. At time 0, the height is minimum, so it is minus 55. Period is 20 minutes, so we can write that omega equals 2 pi over capital T over, so simplify. Right, so this was general formula, and this is the result. So we found constant amplitude. We put minus because it has phase. Cosine function has phase, and because it has period 20 minutes, omega t turns into p over 10. Next question is very interesting. A Ferris wheel with diameter 110 states at constant speeds. The lowest point, okay. So am I reading the same question? Just let's return E, B, and C we found. Okay, so later I don't know from where is this solution. Fine. Question 4. A particle moves in a straight line. The velocity of the particle at time t seconds is given this formula. The following diagram shows the graph of v. So find the smallest value of t for which the particle is at rest. So we need to find this 0 of the function. Find the total distance traveled by the particle. We will use, we can There are different ways to solve. You can divide into 3 parts, but you can use formula of amplitude of function between the boundaries. You get this value. You get this value. Question 5. Consider the expansion. Given that the coefficient of x4 is so much, find the value of n. So you imagine that you are expanding and you have some element with x4. You insert x4 into as function. So insert this into as function. So n will be x actually, and your help will be scrolling table. So you can scroll table. So you have second table, and you can scroll this table and see the values x and y. Question 6. Consider two planes P1 and P2. Find a Cartesian equation of plane P3, which is perpendicular to P2 and P1 and passes through origin. Of course, we need a vector product. Vectors are normals are coordinates 3, 2, 1, 1 minus 2, 1. And if we make vector product, we will get perpendicular to these planes. So because this perpendicular is in P3, it goes through point or through origin, point 0, 0, 0. It means that you can, instead of D, you can put 0. You have systems of 3 unknowns, and using application plus simultaneous, you can find all 3 solutions of this system. Question 7. A continuous random variable x has a probability density function f given by this formula. For the rest region, probability is 0. We should show that chi is, by the way, positive rational. We should show that this equation is true and find value of k. Main idea, total probability equals 1. Probability is area under the graph, so we should find definite integral of this function from 0 to 4. Substitution is very obvious. We see abracadabra here, so we call this abracadabra u, and after integration you will get this value. So you get after integration this, then you find common denominator, you multiply by common denominator, and finally after rewriting you get this formula. Here should be equal. So the function itself looks this way. The function, let me increase, I put this function. So calculator tells us that it is 0.645. So you see, I first plotted, and then I found 0, and 0 takes place as 0.645. Is it 5? 5, 0. Yeah, 5, 0, correct. Question 8.